A number is printed on the package in less than 1 second. It can make a supermarket pull the product off the shelf, make a shopper hesitate, and make a meal get thrown away, even when it may not be spoiled. But the printer did not create that number. The operator did not choose it either. And often, no official sets the final date for every single package. So who decides? To find out, we have to move backward from the packaging line into the laboratory, through the distribution system, and then back to the fridge inside your own home. Welcome to Everyday Things Explained. The Supermarket Workers Code. If you think expiration dates were born from a strict health regulation, you are mistaken. A few decades ago, these numbers were not even meant for you. Before the 70s, manufacturers only printed code strings on packaging. So supermarket workers knew how to rotate stock. But sharp-eyed customers found ways to break the code just to get the freshest item. The secret was out. Under pressure for transparency, supermarkets were forced to translate that code into clear dates. Expiration dating, it turns out, began with inventory management, not a biological safety warning. So, how is this number actually created? How is the date tested? Usually, companies determine the date through testing. They track flavor, texture, oxidation, mold, and microorganisms. Some samples are stored under normal conditions. Others are placed at higher temperatures, so they degrade faster. The result also depends on packaging, air, light, humidity, and temperature. Just one change in the packaging method can alter the product's lifespan. From that data, the company chooses the point at which the product still meets the declared standard, often with a safety margin that matches the level of risk. The state sets the framework. The company chooses the date. So what role does the government play? It does not hand out numbers for every loaf of bread, but it sets the rules of the game: which items must carry a date, which terms to use, and what evidence is required. In the United States, many date labels are used voluntarily by manufacturers. In the United Kingdom, use by relates to food safety, while best before mainly refers to quality. In Canada, packaged foods with a shelf life of 90 days or less usually must show a date, but the company is still the party that determines the number. In short, the manufacturer creates the data and chooses the date. Regulators set the standards and inspect. Compared with pharmaceuticals, determining dates on food is far more flexible. Leaving the laboratory. The printed date remains reliable only when the product is transported and stored under the right conditions. Warehouses, refrigerated trucks, display counters, and indoor temperatures all affect shelf life. Punctured, swollen, leaking packaging, or storage at the wrong temperature can make a product degrade before the printed date. After the package is opened, instructions like use within 3 days or refrigerate after opening are often more important than the date on the front. So can food past the printed date still be eaten? The second clock. The laboratory sets the projected date. But when you open the lid, the second clock truly starts running. Safety cannot be decided simply by looking at the date. With a use by label, follow the instructions strictly, because disease-causing bacteria do not always create a smell or change the color. By contrast, with a quality label, examine the packaging and storage conditions carefully. This confusion is the real culprit behind global WASTI. When every label is treated as a throwaway order, we throw away tons of food that may still be perfectly fine, simply because we do not understand how it works. Read enough before you decide. The number does not know which fridge the product is sitting in. It only tells you how far the product has been tested and guaranteed. Under the conditions written on the label, So the box does not turn into toxic waste when the clock strikes midnight. But your refrigerator is not a certified laboratory either. Do you usually check the phrase before the date? Or do you just see the number and start negotiating with your nose? Thank you for watching Everyday Things. See you in the next video.